right yun eh. Okay yun. Here's Z. Nice.
Again with
serve.
a power serve. Argarin sets it up. And the defense caught napping at the back line.
Mercado saw that, aimed for that line.
It's always about getting a good read,
Yes.
especially if you're the attacker.
Yes, you really have to read before you hit.
Chalet with a serve.
Nakakapagod din kasi if you keep hitting tapos you're always blocked.
And a good feint. Gretchen Ho with a fake. And Steph Mercado stepping in for the kill. 16 serving 24. Petron Blaze trying to mount a rally here in set number 3.
Nice serve, nice reception.
Aguilar from the back line. Bello with a setup. Mercado floats it over. Ball still in play. Chalet. Excellent dig by Bello.
Nice.
Laborte. And another lane violation on Mick Laborte's Cignal. Taking set number 3, 25-16. Action continues in just a moment here on Solar Sports. You're watching the PSL Grand Prix here on Solar Sports. We are looking at the numbers of set number 3.
HD Spikers have 16 attacks, 4 blocks, and 2 serves, while the Blaze Spikers have 8 attacks, no blocks, and a serve.
And the Spikers are getting a lot of offensive looks because they are receiving the ball well.
That's right. Reception is key. I think Coach Villette could not overemphasize that.
Ani Royce Tubino cannot play because of commitments to her school. She is playing in the college volleyball leagues. So she is only a spectator for today. You know, Tubino usually, when she scores, she really puts the hammer down.
Wow, she's got a good arm, huh?
But the other players are now getting a chance because Tubino cannot play. And the stars that we have on deck as we look at the receptions of the Spikers, just like what we said, 19-13 advantage.
That's right. Receptions, very crucial.
Cignal with a 2-1 advantage against Petron Blaze. Chalet on deck to serve.
Nice reception, good toss.
Almost, but not quite. And Cignal HD is on a rampage. Penetrante Wano.
Hulog nga siya, pero ang bilis nung hulog niya eh. Yung kay Z kanina, the hulog was a little bit too high, kaya nabasa. Good serve. Ooh. Good save.
Hervasio trying to put it down, but no go. Chan puts it away.
That was an awesome spike there.
And you mentioned earlier that Chalet is actually a member of the Chinese national team.
Yeah, she's been a part of that team for a while.
And of course, all that international experience just makes her a more dangerous player.
That's right.
Free ball. Oh,
nice.
look at that side.
A no-look dink. But
what's the ruling here? It's, the officials are trying to explain their decision. So point goes to Cignal HD. Chalet on deck to serve.
good reception.
Cross score, Chan blocked the block by Masao.
Sobrang powerful ng hand niya. It went through the block.
And you know, she put so much English, so much spin in that even when you block it up top, it spins away from your hand and still goes in.
That's right. Sobrang powerful eh. That's a floater. Nice toss.
Gervasio going off the blocker. Ball still in play. They're scoring in all sorts of ways. Talking about Cignal HD.
That's right. Zone 1 again.
5-0 here in set number 4. A timeout called on the floor. Let's listen in.
Spiker, di ba? Ang setter. Z, ikaw ang nasa harapan niya. Okay? Frontline siya. Gusto niya mag-over ng bola. Ikaw na nga pa pwede tumapat dyan eh. Okay? First, dalawa lang. So ito quicker at saka open. Pwede ba yung depensa natin? Diyan muna, initial muna tayo. Huwag muna tayong umangat. Pag inangat yung bola doon, iisa lang naman ang mabigyan yan eh, di ba? Oh, tsaka na tayo umatras. Ang dami na naman nahuhulog na bola dyan. Mag-ingat na tayo, tara!
Depensa. Mag-ingat sa bola. Yan ang mga kailangan gawin ng Petron ngayon. So Marine Penetrante Juanyo with 5 attacks and 3 blocks.
She has been a huge addition for Cignal HD when she stepped on the floor. Let's turn it over to courtside with this update. Go ahead, Ricky.
You know what, James? Coach Sammy's last huddle was all about momentum. That's what he's been riding on this entire game. Whatever run they have, he wants them to keep at it and not be complacent. And this is exactly what he wanted this game right now, to jump at them in the start pa lang. So we'll see if Petron has fuel left in them to stretch this game. James and Chicky?
Thank you so much, Ricky. At kaya naman may sense of urgency si Coach Sammy Kailar earlier when they lost the first set. He wants his girls to really play with that type of energy and put this game away as early as possible.
That's right. They're used to a certain energy, and so when they started out really slow, that pissed him off.
Especially, of course, when you play with a certain type of energy, as a service ace is scored by Saet. Pag nakapag-start ka ng ganong classic energy, you just have to maintain it all throughout.
That's right.
Compared to when you start slowly and you have to reverse that as in a complete
Mas
180.
mahirap eh.
Exactly, that's more difficult.
Yeah. Saet is really having her game here when she serves. Dami na niyang, unofficially ba, ilan na ang kanyang service aces?
I'm not keeping track of personal aces, but Cignal has had a lot throughout the game. Jan.
Good job.
Cignal keeping it alive. Free ball.
Good toss.
Jan. Steph Mercado with an excellent dig. Gervasio off the blocker. But point goes to Cignal HD. 8-2, Cignal HD in the lead. 8-2, Cignal HD with a lead here in set number 4. Petron Blaze has been looking for answers. And if you were the one being asked the questions, Chicky, what does Petron Blaze have to do against this surging Cignal HD squad?
I think the Petron needs to work on their blocks, especially when the Chinese imports are up in front, because you can be almost so sure that they'll get that point that they need.
And Petron Blaze actually had excellent net defense in set number 1 as Cignal with authority going off the blocker to get the point. 3 serving 8. Gervasio on deck.
With a jump serve as usual. Power serve.
Jan.
Oh, there was a net violation by number 4, Stephanie Mercado of Petron.
Yun lang eh, minsan that becomes a habit, yung reaching over, because you're trying to prevent the power attack to go in.
That's right. Kuminsan sobrang nagiging close to the net na.
Cignal, ball still in play. Steph Mercado blocked up top.
Nice, it's still alive.
Braca off the blocker.
Excellent was there.
Melissa Goheng doing her job.
Wow, good coverage by both teams.
And a good rally developing. Saet with a cross-court setup. Chalet blocked up top by Mick Laborte. Misao, Laborte, Jonella the dig.
It's alive.
Chalet, excellent dig again.
Wow, good save there by Mick Laborte.
Action continues here. But finally, Cignal HD with the exclamation point to that rally.
It was a tip that killed this.
And Melissa Goheng is being tested as well as the floor defense of Petron Blaze, but a service error giving them a break.
You see, I told you, if they work on their blocks, okay eh. Mag-i-improve ng malaki yung kanilang game.
And everything will flow through that because the
Yeah.
attackers will be more confident.
They'll have more time to really adjust. Ooh,
It wasn't really a clean hit, but it went in.
yeah. It's kind of an off-speed hit there.
(11 serving 4).
Nice serve. Inside. Pektos na naman yun.
And I can hear it to see Coach Villet saying, "Ay naku!" from her side of the floor.
Sundan ang bola.
Again, for floor defense, you have to really move your feet, anticipate,
Oo.
and read it well. Here's Goheng with the setup. Running attack, Mercado. Praca. Cross-court setup, Mercado blocked up top. Hall keeping it alive. Back set, Shinako. Janela with the dig. Chalet, off speed. Too strong. And a gift point. Iniregalo dito sa Petron Blaze.
Alam mo, when you're falling behind and you're not sure if the ball is outside or inside when it's served by the opponent, just follow the ball.
Chalet. Again, too strong on the attack.
Medyo para siyang naiinis sa sarili niya.
6 serving 12. 6-point advantage for Cignal.
Oh,
A
service
service ace
ace.
for Shinako. First one here in the 4th set for Petron Blaze.
Good reception, good spike.
Zian Vasho diving for that. Praca blocked the top. Gretchen Hall.
It is just a little bit too hard for Zhang Zhen Li to move back for that.
Saet with a no-look. Mercado. Couldn't score. Mercado. Second attempt is good.
Sabi niya, ay, hindi pumasok dahil sa block. O, tip ko na lang.
Again, switching your modes, shifting gears.
Oh, ayaw na niya mapagod eh. So, use your head na lang.
And just a 3-point deficit. Hinahabol ang Petron Blaze. Backline attack.
Wow. Power.
Misao tried to dump it over. Praca. Ball still in play.
They're ready for that.
Mercado.
Good
No
eye.
good.
That's a good buy by Zhang Zhen Li.
And Cignal will get the ball back. 13 serving 9.
Nice serve.
Backline attack. Shinako. And that was too long.
Just a little bit too strong.
And they really have to take care of possessions now because Cignal is just a few points away from taking this set. Petron still yet to break into double digits.
That's right.
Here's Mercado. Finds an
So,
opening down the middle.
Ayan, they answered you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Here's a point.
And Misao setting up Steph Mercado for that beautiful finish. 10 serving 14.
Good serve there by Mercado.
Carvajal heads up play. Setting up Chalet. Shinako with an excellent dig. Carvajal off the blocker.
Good coverage by
Ball still
Goheen.
alive. Carvajal.
Oh, good coverage there.
Gretchen Ho. Jonella, good dig.
And it's inside.
Penetrante Wano. Just a heads up play at the net. You don't have to be fancy, says, Penetrante Wano.
Placing lang yan.
15 serving 10. Cignal with a 2-1 advantage.
Good serve, good receive.
Misao dumps it over and gets the finish. 11-15, Petron Blaze trying to trim the deficit and looking to equalize against Cignal HD. Timeout is called on the floor.
Hindi mo bayaang dumikit ang dumikit yan. Gaganahan yan. Kayo naman naman kayo. O yan ha, dyan o. Si Jake to.
Cignal HD has a 6-point lead against Petron Blaze. And you could hear Sammy Akailar as we went into break. Huwag nyo nang padikitin yan, gaganahan yan.
Gaganahan yan eh, pag nakahabol.
Steph Mercado, the rest of the Blaze Spikers trying their darnest best to equalize, hopefully take the lead and tie the sets. 2-1.
Serving.
2-1 ang lamang na Cignal HD. 16 serving 10.
Oh!
Cignal mishandles the serve and ace
I
for
thought she
Cignal
was
HD.
gonna just look it over, but she hit that ball and gave that point to Cignal. Nice serve.
Misao keeping it alive. Gretchenor running attack.
Oh, there's no one there to get that.
Again, Cignal is getting points from all sorts of ways.
Yes.
Off the blocker, off the serve,
Spikers. Yes,
open
serve.
spikers. Saet with that no-look
Yeah.
dump.
There you go. That's a good serve.
Gretchen Ho, creative finish, but that one goes out of bounds.
It was a little bit wide.
Just a few points away. Cignal HD. They have a 2-1 advantage. Chalet on deck to serve.
That is a floater.
Hervasio, powerful attack, but the net defense says no go.
That was a wall right there.
20, serving 10.
Another floater. Good reception.
Cross court setup. Hervasio. Excellent floor defense by Janela. Jan floats it over. Free ball. Hervasio again.
Okay, you know, because Sayat and Penetrante were bumped each other, and then Sayat kind of pushed Penetrante.
She does an excellent job of moving the ball in the opposite direction, and that's why Cignal has the lead 21-10. Let's listen in.
Let's get ourselves together. Each are playing its own game. We're not playing as a team now. First ball, service receive. Hindi naman ganun kalakas. It's not that hard. Kunin lang natin. Okay? Pag, paling ang set sa'yo, gawan mo lang ng paraan. Okay? Huwag kang mag-down the line. Huwag kayong kumabig. Ano doon ang blocker nyo eh? Katabi nyo ng ganyan eh. Doon nyo na kayo.
You know, volleyball is a team sport. That's why Coach Villette is saying we are playing as individuals. We have to play as a team. So let's see how they'll adjust to that.
And the communication and the teamwork that we saw from Petron Blaze in that first set, it's been dismantled by how Cignal has been defending their floor and the net.
That's right.
Most of their points coming from blocks.
Oh.
And those errors piling up for Petron Blaze.
Yeah, Cignal is getting more points from Petron's errors.
Just 3 points away from taking this game. Cignal HD 22-10.
Floater.
Hervasio.
That's a good.
Jonella, excellent floor defense. Jan puts it away.
That was a line ball.
13-point advantage for Cignal HD. And Penetrante Wano getting a well-deserved break on the bench. Mick Laborte hindi na naibalik dito sa fourth set.
Oh nga. Let's see what the Petron Spikers are gonna do now. Oh, there's a violation.
Petron Blaze getting a break. Chalet.
Chalet.
She has been devastating on offense and defense.
I'm sure she's tired. Oh, that's a
Gretchen Ho
service ace.
with an ace. So back-to-back points for Petron Blaze.
Gretchen Ho again up for the serve.
Former Ateneo lady spiker, Gretchen Ho. Jan. Misao
Nice
keeping
save,
it alive.
nice save.
Free ball. Chance for Cignal. Laborte.
Jack was there.
Sayet. Misao dumps it over and gets the score.
Ito na naman yung labanan ng dinks nila, ng mga tips, yung mga hulog.
Kontrapelo eh.
Yeah.
The speed, kontrapelo.
So, balik na lang si Uwanyo. They're 2 points away from winning this game.
But not if Gretchen Ho and Petron Blaze can do something about it.
That's right.
They have to play flawlessly though to try and catch up. Jan puts it down the line. Match point for Cignal HD.
Alam mo, ang bilis kasi ng kamay ng mga Chinese. These, like Jan Lee, her hand was just too fast. Hindi nila nabasa eh.
Backline attack, Shinako. Janela with a good dig. Jan. Will this be the killer? No go. A point goes to Petron Blaze.
So this gives them a chance to catch up.
Misao on deck to serve.
Oh,
Free ball.
should just try to say that really bad reception.
And Shinako finding an opening and gets the finish.
That was a good hit there by Shinako.
15 serving 24. Petron Blaze. Can they mount a furious rally to try and catch up?
Nice
Cross-court
set.
setup. Jan off the blocker. Excellent dig. Hervasio. And she gets the point.
That is down the line.
Coach Samia Kailar will be forced to field back in Xiale. This devastating tag team. The Petron Blaze Spikers hoping to try and catch up. Here's the setup. Jan loading it up.
Oh
Locked
wow,
up
good
top.
save by Janela. Free ball.
Misao with a setup. Hervasio pops it away.
Wow, it's off the block right there by Z, Hervasio.
And this is the Petron Blaze that Coach Villet Ponce de Leon has been wanting to see.
That's right. Hindi pa, and then they're not giving up.
Jan blocked the top. Mick Laborte. Painful hand and all. Gets the point. And we have a game here. Petron Blaze refusing to go quietly into the night. 18-24 timeout on the floor. Let's listen in. As you look at the replay first. Side with that jump set to Jan. Blocked the top. And Laborte was shaking her right hand as she went into this huddle. Let's listen in to Coach Samia Kailar.
Pag maganda.
In this sequence, Shiki, it's all about just finishing business.
That's
If you're
right.
Cignal HD for Petron Blaze, walang bibitaw.
Tama. At sa Cignal naman, si Coach Sam was saying, 1 point lang yan. Ano ba? So let's see. Nice serve.
Careful setup job.
Wow, nobody was there.
And this game will go to Cignal HD. An authoritative finish by Gendrauli for Cignal HD. Petron Blaze succumbing to Cignal HD. 3 sets to 1, 25-18 here in set number 4. What a match we just witnessed between these two teams. And we will be breaking down this game. Cignal getting the victory against Petron Blaze when we return. An impressive victory for Cignal HD here in the PSL 2013 Grand Prix, brought to you by Solar Sports. Looking at the numbers of set number 4.
Yeah, just look at the attacks by the HD Spikers, 14 compared to 8 of the opposing team. Blade, there we go. 14 attacks and 8 by the Blade Spikers, and the blocks 2 apiece, and for the service aces 3 for HD Spikers and 2 for the Blade Spikers.
They were more aggressive, and you mentioned, Chicky, the distribution of the ball was just working wonders for them, and it was magical how Xia Lei and Li Zhanchan were just really devastating on the floor. But while they had the spectacular plays, those wouldn't have happened without their center, our best player of the game, with Ricky Flores.
Thank you very much, James and Chicky. I am with Gilligan's best player. We have Chi Saet. Chi, tell me, among everything, you had 31 excellent sets. Ano nangyari nung first set? At anong ginawa niyo nung second, third, and fourth para mapanalo niyo yung game?
Yung first set kasi, syempre, nangangapa, hindi namin alam kung anong play ng Petron. At the same time, sinabi ni coach, kailangan namin mag-adjust sa receive, sa attack. So, nakita namin butas yung gitna. So, in-apply namin drop ball.
And finally, you got the win. Congratulations, your first ever win in the PSL Grand Prix. Pero ano pa yung kailangan mong gawin para tuloy-tuloy na?
Siguro we need to practice harder para maging mas magamay namin yung bawat isa, mas mag-gel pa.
Okay, congratulations once again to our best player, Chi Saet. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Ricky. Chi Saet doing a masterful job of setting up her teammates as you look at the team stats of this game.
Wow, as you can see, for Cignal, we have Zanzan with 19 attacks, Penetrante Juanyo for 4 blocks inside with 3 service aces, while Mercado had 11 attacks, and then 5 players tied at 1 block, and Tanyama for 2 service aces.
And Saet was particularly devastating at the service line. She had 3 service aces to really score for her team. And Chicky, final thoughts on the game?
I think they both played really good games, but it's just that Cignal had a better distribution of the tosses, and they played everything from the blocks, from the dinks, from the spikes, and that did it for them. Constant communication at the floor. That was it. That did it for Cignal.
And action continues on Wednesday here at the PSL Grand Prix, brought to you by Solar Sports. TMS Army Lady Troopers taking on PLDT. RC Cola, the Raiders, taking on Cagayan Valley, the Lady Rising Suns. In the men's division, Sistema Tooth and Gum Care going up against the Maybach Tigers. All of that will happen at the Inare Sports Arena in Pasig City. What a way to welcome my partner, Chicky Pablo, to the Solar Sports family. And tuloy-tuloy niyo po suportahan itong PSL Grand Prix 2013, brought to you by Solar Sports. On behalf of my partner, Chicky Pablo, Ricky Flores at courtside, the rest of the hard-working men and women of Solar Sports, my name is James Velasquez. Keep on watching the most exciting volleyball action, PSL, on Solar Sports.